Hey, what's going on there, Raiders? Jody here. Today we're going to be talking about Hungering Destroyer Heroic, specifically some of the strat changes that we want to do coming up on Heroic and the differences from normal. So just to start off, one of the key differences on normal, or from normal to Heroic, is going to be the way that we do stuff in the circle. When we go to the circle and we drag the boss over here, we're in the circle, charging the battery, right? And then 3 players are going to have to run out with threat neutralization. So 3 players are going to run to the side, take that circle out, right? Circles blow up, boom, boom, boom. On Heroic, what's going to happen is right after these blow up, he's going to do the big beam, right? He's going to pick a player and he's going to like charge a beam and it's going to go like maybe this way or that way or somewhere else. But you just got to be ready for it. The raid just has to be ready to move and dodge the beam. That's it, right? And so the players they drop off the threat neutralizations. Those big bombs go off, boom, boom, boom. And then they run back here, dodging the laser, and then you just run back. That's the only difference with the way the batteries work. And get rid of the circle now. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the actual sequence itself for the tanks. So it goes like this. First is going to be the Sunder that the tanks stand in. It's not a soak, it just deals damage to the tanks. Or actually deals damage to everyone around them, but we don't want anyone else in it. Then it's Obliterate, which is the soak mechanic, Obliterate again, and Sunder. So now there's these kind of two things we don't really have to worry about, like Sunder hitting the same tank. But the traditional way we'd go about it is you would sort of divide the raid into 2 groups like this. So this is half the raid, and this is the other half. And the current tank who has aggro, let's say it's square, is standing off to the side. The other tank is standing with the group already. So it will happen. The first tank will get Sunder. No one stands in, no one moves. That just goes off. Then once that's done, they move over to their soak group, get Obliterate cast on them, or the cast begins. The Obliterate is a swirly circle, has a fairly long cast animation, or cast time, or just long enough. Long's a strong word. It's just enough time for the other tank to taunt. So Moon here needs to taunt the ad or the boss during the cast sequence of the very first Obliterate. Right? You don't wait for it to go off. The moment Moon sees that swirly circle on the ground, they taunt. Hit that taunt button. Because what's going to happen is he's going to cast Obliterate and hit the first group, and then he's immediately going to cast Obliterate on his current threat target. And if you wait too long, Moon, he's going to cast it on square again and kill square. So he'll do the first Obliterate, and then Moon has taunted, so then he'll immediately turn around and throw an Obliterate onto Moon's group. It's good, everyone soaks this. And then Moon will finally get a Sunder on them, and that just needs to be moved out. So then Moon would just move out of the group, and Sunder would hit nowhere. And that's the basic sequence of kind of just the default of what every group kind of can do. There's going to be an alternative that we're going to try, where instead of dividing the group into 2, we're pretty much going to have everybody stacked on Moon, square off to the side, and then we are going to have an order of immunities. So this Obliterate is magic damage, so it can be immunitied. So we're going to watch, we're going to be doing stuff. Blue is going to get Sunder. The first group of immunities are going to wait for that Sunder to go off. They don't want to stand in it. Sunder is going to hit. They're all going to come in and stack with the tank as the tank gets the first Obliteration. And they all use their immunity. There's only 4 people soaking, but because these 3 are taking 0 damage, it doesn't matter. And the tank is going to be using, hopefully, super heavy defensives to live. That'll make it so that the only person that the healers have to heal for this first group is the tank. And then they do the sequence. The tanks, you do the sequence the exact same, no matter what. So, first Obliterate is being cast on this group. Moon is taunting. Obliterate goes off. Moon's already taunted, so the next Obliterate is automatically cast on Moon, which is hitting the entire raid, except for those soakers. So this is getting divided by a lot, and everyone's going to take like 1,000 damage or something from it. Be fine. And then the tank is finally going to get, Moon's going to get the last Sunder, and that just has to be moved out. And then the tank just moves it out. and that is the immunity strat. Now these immunities can be used multiple times, right? So Rogue has Cloak of Shadows that can be used on a 2-minute CD, so they can get in probably the first and potentially the third or the fourth one. I don't know what the cooldown on Turtle is. If it's a 3 minutes, that you probably do first and fourth. And same thing, I'm not sure what Netherwalk is, but probably unless it's like a 5-minute cooldown, you probably do 2 with the Netherwalk. So if we do this strat, we're going to need 3 for the first one, 3 for the second, 3 for the third, and you could get away with having none and just sacrificing the tank in the final one. If it really came down to it, it'd be okay to just let the tank die. You don't really need him at that point. So we'll see what it comes to. If we can squeeze in another 3 and to have 12 immunities total, we will. If not, then we'll probably just let the tank die, or we can do the depending on how healthy we look. If we have everyone alive, we can just do the group soak strat. To go over specifically how this will look, kind of on poll, give you guys an idea, is that tanks would probably be set up like this. Everyone in the raid would be stacked pretty much ready on Moon, and what's going to happen is there's going to be the 3 bombs, right? The threat neutralization. 3 bombs are going to happen. There's going to be 3 bombs, then the beam, then the 3 bombs again, and then the first sequence of Sunders and Obliterates. I believe it should be something similar to that on every single time. It should be bomb, beam, bomb, obliterates. Bomb, beam, bomb, obliterates after every single battery. So that's basically this fight. If you have any more questions, ask me in Discord, and let's take them down next week.